And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Starting off with the hazardous weather graphic, we've got a blizzard warning out here for the eastern Beaufort Sea coast for tomorrow and into Friday for winds gusting up to 55 miles per hour. Along with that, 2 to 4 inches of new snow expected to fall. Of course, that'll result in considerable blowing snow as well as drifting snow, which will reduce visibility to less than a quarter mile at times. Again, that out for Thursday night and into Friday. And satellite imagery here showing cloudiness shifting off into Canada, but extending a fair distance back in over the northern interior here up to the eastern Arctic coast. And a band of clouds right through here in the interior areas, dropping down into the eastern North Gulf Coast there, with areas of snow associated with that extending back out toward the Seward Peninsula and drying out here with clear skies. Sunny day, Kodiak Island into Bristol Bay after the morning clouds here over Cook Inlet and Susitna Valley area with some areas of rain actually. That gave way to sunshine this afternoon. And Panhandle seeing generally showery conditions with some clearing periods there, but rainfall amounts pretty light down in that area. Big area high pressure out here over the Bering Sea, and then some a weak front here bringing some light rain into the eastern and central Aleutians. Rolling that along, you can see that system kind of spinning there, dropping southward, the front really breaking up right through here. Otherwise, just high pressure here, keeping that weak front out to the west. On the chart, the center here over the west central Bering Sea there, with dry conditions over the Aleutians today. And again, this weak system, weakening front, bringing some light rain into the eastern Aleutians. Sunny skies, Bristol Bay into Kodiak Island. Increasing sunshine, Cook Inlet, Kenai Peninsula. Trying to push northeastward, some snow showers over the Talkeetnas today with rain. Palmer nearly had 1/10 of an inch of rainfall this morning. That's ended now, and that'll not restart again tonight. Look for more clearing even up into the Manuska Valley and some areas of light snow here over the eastern interior areas. About some places had up to an inch of snowfall in the last 12 hours today. And then this Arctic front dropping southward, bringing behind it gusty northwest winds and snow into the Brooks Range here, as well as the North Slope on out to the eastern Arctic coast. And then the showers here over the central and southern Panhandle. For tonight, this low kind of develops here south of the eastern North Gulf Coast. Southwest flow pulls more moisture in for increasing chances of light rain from the North Gulf Coast and northern Panhandle, with less of a threat down toward Dixon Entrance. Diminishing snow showers over the eastern interior. And again, those winds and snow on the increase there for the eastern Beaufort Sea coast. Otherwise, look for a lot of clear skies here over south central Alaska into the Kuskokwim Valley. Maybe a few clouds into Bristol Bay, but pretty nice conditions all the way out to the southwest coast. A chance of some light snow or flurries here, Bering Strait, western Seward Peninsula, just clipping Nome on down into Norton Sound there. And high pressure continues out here over the Bering Sea with mostly light winds and mostly dry conditions there. This system becoming less of a factor here. In fact, after midnight, the rainfall will probably end over the eastern Aleutians. Next front out here to the west tries to press eastward, but getting held back by this area of high pressure over the Bering Sea. And a weak system here coming over the top of that ridge, actually bring a little bit warmer air into the St. Lawrence Island area, Bering Strait, for some light rain and snow showers there. High pressure, clear skies over the interior here with colder temperatures all the way down into the North Gulf Coast. Still a chance of snow here, portions of the Tanana Valley, maybe the White Mountains, but pretty light, not much accumulation. The heavier stuff will be up here over the eastern North Slope, and the lowest conditions there with the strongest winds on the eastern Arctic coast there. Again, gusts 55 miles an hour tomorrow out of the west. Blizzard warnings up in that area, and showers and rain for the southeast coast. And then on Friday, actually you can see the system here, tracks right up to the northeast. Gale force winds and rain coming into the southern Panhandle. Actually rain spreading up all the way up into Lynn Canal Glacier Bay, possibly as far west as Yakutat. Gusty north winds out of the Copper River Delta, maybe up to 60 miles an hour. Northeast 55 mile per hour winds in the forecast for the Palmer Manuska Valley areas. And So a pretty breezy day, but clear here across south central Alaska with gusty winds through the Alaska range. Not much, the Brooks Range, not seeing much wind at all. Light winds up there under high pressure. Conditions should start to improve in the afternoon there for the eastern Arctic coast. Again, this weak system here brings a chance of rain to the Seward Peninsula with some mixed precipitation along the northwest coast. This front trying to come eastward here eventually we'll see westerlies break through across the northern Bering Sea after Friday as this high pressure retreats down to the south. And for the lows tonight, single numbers and teens in the eastern interior, down to upper teens in the Susitna Valley, Copper River Basin area, otherwise 20s for southern Alaska, 20s for the Arctic coast, 30s out over the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. And for the southeast coast, coolest in the north, 30 to 35, with upper 30s to lower 40s down to the south. Highs for tomorrow, near 40 along the southwest coast, otherwise in the 30s over the southwest interior. 40 to 43 for south central Alaska, mid 40s there for Kodiak Island, upper 40s for the Alaska Peninsula into the central Aleutians, with highs 45 to 50 for the southeast coast. Lows for Friday morning, we've got 5 below to 5 above here over the northeast interior, Anaktuvuk Pass over toward Arctic Village, with lows 5 to 15 for the Tanana Valley, lower to mid-teens for the Copper River Basin, and 15 to 20 for the Susitna Valley, otherwise 20s here for the Kenai Peninsula, and down over the Panhandle, above freezing everywhere there, 35 to 42 for your overnight lows, and 20 to 25 in the Arctic coast. Upper 30s, St. Lawrence Island, mid-30s for the Pribilofs, and right around 40 for the Aleutians. Followed by highs, lower to mid-40s out here to the west, and highs mostly in the 30s now for south central Alaska, and in the 20s in the Tanana Valley, teens for the Brooks Range, 20s again for the Arctic coast, highs in the 40s for the southeast coast.